Hi guys, this is going to be my first video, and I figure what better way to do a video than reviewing what my EDC is. Obviously it's going to change throughout the months and seasons and whatnot. Right now I'm running a pretty light load as far as EDC goes, because I don't have a gun yet, because I'm working on getting my concealed carry permit. But when I do have a gun, it will be a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. So that being said, I want to just go over my basic EDC, and then talk about my philosophy of EDC and why I carry EDC in general, and how I feel about preparedness. So let's get started with the more boring things, I guess you could say. First is my keys. I only have two keys. I have my car key and my apartment key, and then I carry a little style CS on my keys, and I personally like this better than the Victorinox Classic. I used to carry one of those on my keys, and I didn't mind it, but I like having the larger scissors here. Like this main tool is a scissor. I like having that. I also get the benefit of the tweezers here without having to have set. I just don't like the smallness of the Classic, I guess. You also have a little bit more variety with these tools here. It's got a little blade on it, a little pen blade, and I have it all in a carabiner here. I try not to keep a lot of weight on my keys because from what I understand, it damages your ignition if you have a lot of weight hanging from your keys or your transmission, not your ignition, your transmission. So, I mean, those are my keys. For my knife, I carry the Spyderco Endura 4. I like a longer blade, which the Endura 4 is the longer model. The Delica is the shorter blade model. I just think longer blades have more utility. They're better for in case you need to defend yourself. They're better for that. And I like the grips on it a lot too. These grips are very, you can hold onto the knife very well with these. You don't have to worry about it slipping out of your hands. So yeah, I carry the Endura 4. I always carry this multi-tool. This is the Leatherman Rebar. I always carry this on me. I like having a full-size multi-tool without having this huge weight of like the Wave or the Super Tool 300 or anything. It's still a very functional multi-tool. You know, you've still got the replaceable cutters and the 154 cm replaceable cutters, and you've got a variety of tools inside the actual tool itself, and it only weighs about 6.5 ounces. I know a lot of people prefer a juice, but I think that this is better for just more heavy-duty tasks. And I'm also carrying the Streamlight ProTac 1 AAA. This is a little, I believe it's the low setting is 5 lumens and the high setting is 70 lumens, so it's not a huge lumen light, but it gets the job done. The nice thing about this is it takes 1 AAA and it can take either lithium or alkaline. With lithium, you're looking to double the time of the shining time. On low, you can get about 22 hours, and on high, you can get about 2.5 hours on a lithium battery, whereas opposed to with an alkaline battery, you're looking at about 11 hours on low and 30 minutes on high at 70 lumens. And this is actually a funny story. I actually intended to get the 2 AAA because I had seen a review on it a while ago, and I actually intended to get the 2 AAA. And when I went to buy it, I didn't realize this was the 1 AAA model, and so when I got it in the mail, I was like, oh, well, I guess I can try it out and see how it is. And I've actually been very happy with it. It's not overly huge. It's not super small either, though, it's not my preference to have super small lights as an EDC, unless it's on my keys. But this is just perfect because it's got enough power to do everyday tasks. Like 5 lumens is plenty if you're just trying to see, you know, where you dropped your keys at night, or trying to see your door lock at night, or the basic uses for what you're going to use a basic EDC light for. And so this is a great little light for that. The only thing I'm not real happy with is this pocket clip. It came like this originally, where it was pretty sturdy, and now for some reason I can't get it to go back down. It just springs right back up. I do like that you can clip it onto a baseball hat if you want with this clip here. You can just kind of, you know, unclip this and stick it on your baseball cap. But I don't like that this pocket clip makes it very hard to keep it in your pocket. Like, there's been plenty of times where I've reached in my pocket where my light was to get things, and it came out and flew out and fell in the bottom of my car, or whatever the case was, fell on the ground or whatever. Also, this switch here, it's not terrible, but it tends to sometimes turn on in your pocket. I haven't had it happen a lot. I think it's happened to me twice, where, you know, I'll move around or something, my elbow will end up hitting it, and it will hit the switch and it will turn on. But it really overall hasn't been much of an issue. I've been carrying this for about a month and a half now, and it hasn't really been an issue. This is my wallet. It's just a standard Columbia wallet. I'm not real impressed with it though, because I got it for Christmas and it's already got threads that are starting to come out here. Let me see if I can get you. Yeah, you can see it's already got threads right here that are starting to kind of poke out and come out. And here, and this is only about 3 months of use and not really hard use. I don't really put it through a lot. I just carry it in my pocket. As far as wallets go, I will be switching to the VanQuest Cache, C-A-C-H-E. The RFID blocking wallet. It's just a lot slimmer and I like it a lot better. And then as far as phones go, I carry a Samsung Galaxy, and you know, this is a Galaxy Core Prime. It's not really an expensive phone. It's not like, you know, the S6 or the Note, because in my mind, I don't want to carry around an expensive phone. I've shattered enough screens on expensive phones now, even with a case and with a protector, to not want to spend my money in that. I get essentially the same performance for the things that I need out of this phone that I do out of any other phone. So anyways, I want to talk a little bit about why I carry this EDC and what my philosophy on all of this is. For me, carrying an EDC is not about looking cool or about impressing people. For me, it's really just about the aspect of being prepared. A lot of people aren't prepared just for simple things. I come across many times, especially lately, broken down, somebody's car breaks down or your car breaks down and it's nighttime and you don't have a light, so you know you have to go try to fish a light, or if you're on the side of the road somewhere, you have to try to kind of rig something together with your cell phone or whatever the case may be, and that's not really ideal for me. Having this little light here, I can just, you know, click it on in the dark or whatever, and see what's going on, whether it be a broken down car or whatever the case may be, has been alright. You know, I've preferred to do that over trying to use a cell phone, because I'd rather have my cell phone for making emergency calls if I need to, especially if the battery's low. I don't want to have to be trying to run a flashlight on my cell phone or whatever the case is, because I need to get a hold of someone in an emergency situation. As far as the multi-tool goes, I like having a multi-tool because I'm prepared for a lot of different things just with a multi-tool. You have if you have screws that are loose, if you're helping someone move and you have a screw that's loose in something, or you need to put something together or take something apart or pry something or whatever the case may be, you have a lot of function with just this multi-tool. And for me, the biggest thing is independence. I'm not waiting on somebody else to come help me with something, or to find something for me, or to bail me out of a situation because I don't have something on me. I would much rather have something on me and be able to get myself out of the situation than have to depend on somebody else. You know, for example, going back to the car thing again, if my car's broken down or somebody else's car is broken down, I would rather have the tool right there to say, okay, yeah, I can adjust that, or okay, yeah, I can fix that, or whatever, as opposed to, okay, let me call AAA, okay, I've got to wait for the AAA guy to get here, who knows where I am, where I'm broken down at, who knows, you know, especially if it's a bad part of town, or whatever the case may be, what's going on. And it's really just, I like situations where I at least have some modicum of control. Now, obviously, you're not going to have control in every situation ever, but there are a lot of situations you can control just by having EDC stuff on you. As far as the knife goes, like I said before, I like a longer blade. I don't like a short blade as much. I think longer blades have more utility. And I think that overall, really, if you had no other tools, you didn't have a light, you didn't have a multi-tool or anything like that, you could get by with just a pocket knife. I really think that, because pocket knives have so many different things, so many different applications you can do with them. The bare minimum of what you should carry is at least a pocket knife. I also carry an EDC bag that has other EDC items in it, but this is just what's in my pockets every day. I'm also going to be adding probably a big lighter and a couple other things, but we'll kind of see as that goes. Also, you know, regarding the multi-tool and my keys, it's kind of the same thing. I carry them because I carry it because I want to have something if you know, if I have nothing else. If I need scissors or something real quick, I've got them right there. I don't have to. Where does anybody have scissors? Can you help me find scissors? Because I mean, even in office buildings, you go to I hear stories from people who work in office buildings all the time about how, yeah, we got a package and I couldn't find any scissors and I had to walk all over the building trying to find scissors and there were no scissors. Or even like when you're in Walmart, like I've had this experience multiple times. You'll be in Walmart and you'll get a package and you'll ask them, do you guys have scissors? And nobody has scissors. In the entire store you can't find any scissors, any open scissors to use. So it's just another reason why the EDC is important. Like I said, for me the entire philosophy is independence. I don't want to rely on somebody else for something that I could do myself. I don't want to count that somebody else is going to have a multi-tool because they probably won't. They're probably not going to have a pocket knife or a flashlight. They're not going to have the basic things that we carry. And I hate the term prepper because I really don't think of myself as a prepper. I think preppers are more people who, for lack of a better term, live to prep as opposed to prep to live. I prepare so I can live a better life. I'm not inconvenienced by everyday things that I don't have to be inconvenienced by just by carrying a few tools. Whereas I think, in my mind at least, in my opinion, preppers are people who are just expecting doomsday all the time and have basements full of water and food and etc. etc. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but these are people who live to worry more so than they do live to be independent. So anyways, guys, this is my basic EDC just for February 2016. Like I said, it's going to be changing up. I'm going to be adding a few things. I'm going to be adding a weapon, a firearm, eventually. This is just my very basic carry. Like I said, I have an EDC bag where I carry a first aid kit and things like that. But for now, this is kind of my very basic setup. As I said, guys, this is my first video. I'm planning to have more videos come out, probably, hopefully, a few times a week. But let me know what you thought of it. Let me know how I can improve it, and make it constructive. Please don't just comment, you know, oh, this sucked, it was horrible. Tell me why it sucked, why it was horrible. Give me some suggestions on how to improve it, whether it be lighting, whether it be camera, whether it be microphone, whatever the case may be. Feel free to do that, like I said, as long as it's constructive, not just, oh, you're an idiot because you didn't have this, or you had this, or you did this. Make it something constructive. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I will be reviewing at least these 3 things here on the table at some point. So be on the lookout for that. I'm also planning to have a lot of discussion videos as far as philosophies go, I guess, and how I view things as far as preparedness goes. I think it's good to have that point of view, especially from somebody as a civilian who's never had any military experience. I know a lot of people in this YouTube community, tend to have military experience, which is great. You know, I appreciate their service and I respect the hell out of them. But I also think it's great to have a mindset of a civilian, because civilians aren't going to have the same mindset as military veterans or active duty. Because we don't run into the same situations. We don't run into the same situations. We don't have the same mindset as opposed to what they teach in the military. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too amateur or too noob for you. So anyways, alright, signing out.